Good morning, good morning, good morning. The date is Sunday, August the 16th, 2026. I make these videos, like I say, not only is it my therapy, but like I say, you have to have message, rest. When you get the proper rest that your body needs, you strengthen your spirit of discernment through prayer, but you also become more observant and more alert. I keep notes in my little notepad of certain things or information, things that come to me in my dreams. And I make these videos, not like I say, not only for my therapy, but when I see things that could happen in the future. Not saying they will, but they could happen in the future. It's almost like I can go back through all my videos, and in my book, I put a star beside my note so I know which date to go back through all my videos and know that, hey, I said it first. um, you got the Navy. I think that ship is coming back in, they say, to land because you have soldiers that have been out there on the water for 9 months. They said it's a shortage of food up there. We really don't know where this war or how it could turn out. But in order for history to be made, some things have to change. Hear me completely out. Most presidents, yes, they're going to get 2 terms. They do. And then they retire. But most times those presidents get 2 consecutive terms, back to back. Now, let's just say all these military troops are already here on the soil. They're coming back in now. Matter of fact, there was Tyson's said they're getting ready to close down their factories for the meat processing. There's a shortage in beef. All the eggs they're talking about salmonella. It's a food shortage takes place here on American soil. That affects your schools. It affects your prisons. It affects your civilian lifestyle. So let me say that again. If a food shortage happens in America, it affects your schools. And you have a lot of children that go to school sometimes because they already have a food shortage at home. But most importantly, you need to have food at home. But let's just say people don't. There's already some people that claiming they don't have. Some people do say that. There's a food shortage, and some people in rural communities are struggling to survive. So if there's a food shortage on American soil, in your homes, in your schools, in your prisons, plants and factories are shutting down. How else do you get control of a country that's already divided? You release your National Guards to gain back control if it gets too far out of hand. That's why a lot of them are already stationed in place, in position. And if this food thing they say people are getting sick from eating outdated food. I don't know what's going on with the food, but they say sometimes this illness is going around now, have people getting real sick. Let's just say we have another outbreak like COVID that would affect another election. You'll start seeing a change towards the first part of this year well, next year, the first part of 2027. But by 2028, nothing is promised. So I pray that people are alert, observant, they're wise, strengthen their spirit of discernment. But just know that if that something like that was to take place and shut down our country, keep people in the house again, throw off the election, I think in history he would be the first president. He could get another 4 years after 2028 and stay in the White House. It could happen. It could happen. But I just like these videos right here because I'm able to go back through them like, yep, I did say it first. So I hope people understood what I just said. In order for history to be made, some things have to change, and they change laws all the time, just like they did in Texas, week before last. Oh yeah, well, they said that with these vape and dispensaries affecting the alcohol market the way it did, they changed those in Texas. You can't even that people down there in Texas are getting charged with felonies. They're gonna make more money off people going to jail. Buying that Bob Barker stuff for real. Private prisons. Teach your children and bring them up right. Keep them in the house. Your home is your storehouse. And it's not meant for everybody else to come inside your temple. And treat your body first, most importantly. What you put inside your body or what you do with your free time could affect your lifestyle. It could affect your life. So protect your body at all costs. And your loved ones, the ones around you. There's going to be a lot of stuff that takes place in the first part of 2027 is probably going to start shaking up the country, if not before then. But by 2028, America's soil probably could be like a war zone. And I said this before in one of my videos, way back during 2024, during the Olympics. During the Olympics in 2024, I said, they're so excited about the Olympics being here in the United States. With all the chaos and all the craziness that takes place out there in California, who's to say that 2028 here on America's soil could be so chaotic that who in the world, they might have it and they might not. They might have the Olympics here in 2028 and they might not. It'll be, boy, that would be amazing. But how many issues do we have with other countries? We will see. But like I said, just govern yourself accordingly. Because this thing is getting real. If plants and factories, like Tyson, I think Tyson, in their meat processing department, they said when people went to work Friday, and they said they're closing down the factory. We're in so much debt to other countries. That's how they balance it. Buy goods and resources from other countries, even meat. That's crazy. But have y'all seen them Australian sized cows? Go look up on an Australian cow compared to an American sized cow. there ain't nowhere in the world I've never seen something so. Australian cow is probably about twice the size, not three times the size of American cow. I don't know what that's crazy. But if we eating stuff like that, we probably already are. But the price of that beef being shipped across here to the United States and then processed, woo, or buying it already processed and put in freezer and brung over here. Oh, they're gonna make us pay for that. Ooh, I don't. Like I say, get into your word, feed your spirit, and feed your natural. Y'all be blessed, be encouraged.